I'm Logan Hendricks. I'm a senior at Nampa High School.
I'm Ethan Schmier. I'm a freshman in Nampa High.
And I'm Porter Kindle. I'm a sophomore. There's a walkout that's happening at our school tomorrow, and initially this walkout was to honor the students of specifically the shooting that happened recently in Parkland on the 1 month anniversary, and leave school for 17 minutes for the 17 victims. But it's evolved to something much more complex than that on a national level, and we just feel like something needed to be done. The walkout has evolved to be centered around gun control and pushing for stricter gun laws, when we really don't believe that that's the best way to handle this and to make students safer. We really believe that we need some form of armed security at schools that can protect students.
Okay. So a lot of people kind of have the misconception that because when we say armed teachers, they think that we're saying, well, let's just throw a gun at every teacher and see what happens. Really what we're doing is supporting the plans that have already been put out by both at the federal and the state level. And so in those plans, it's a small percentage of teachers. I think that Donald Trump threw out the number 20%. It's a small percentage of teachers who would be required to be armed, who would be both mentally stable and vigorously trained in order to keep the safety of students, but keep them safe in school from outside threats as well.
System.
I believe there are far better ways for us to ensure student safety than simply restricting people's gun rights. Most of these mass shootings, they're happening, the perpetrators are these people who often come from broken homes, and they have very little family support, and often suffering from mental illnesses and such. So fixing these issues would be a far better way to fix these problems, rather than restricting the rights of lawful gun owners and,
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like something that's also important to note is that these people are mass murderers, and they are going to be killing people regardless. They're past this point of no return in their mental stability, and they aren't going to care what laws are in place. They're killing people. Why would they care about simple gun laws?
Well, what I think is that just going straight to gun owners is completely unfair, and trying to take away their constitutional rights because of the actions of a select few people is completely unfair to the American people as a whole. And you see that even if you were to take away from their guns, in cases like in Japan and Australia, you see that really there is no direct correlation between gun control and the safety of citizens. You see in Japan that obviously after they banned guns completely, their gun deaths went down. However, their overall death rates skyrocketed. They still have huge knifing massacres with kitchen knives. And that's just something that you don't see addressed. So one of the things that we're really trying to address is bringing an educational value to this whole debate by allowing both sides to be seen, and so that people can take more of a nonpartisan approach to it.
I think that our generation in general is very divided on lots of issues. There are a good number who are both for gun control and against. Most of the people that I am friends with and associate with are against gun control, but that might just be because those are the kinds of people who I want to be friends with.
To kind of add on to that, a lot of the people that I've talked to, just because of what we're doing, lots of people know, lots of people approach me about it. Lots of the people that I've talked to who are pro-gun, you see that that are pro-gun control. They really don't know why. You look at it from a logical and statistical point of view, and you just kind of explain things to them, show them the facts, and it just takes really educating them on the issue for them really to see that gun control isn't what's going to be best for the country.
And we've even seen where we've talked to students and they've said, well, yeah, I'm going to be walking out for stricter gun laws. And we start talking to them and we're like, well, what do you think happens? And in conversation with them, they end up saying, well, I think you guys actually are doing something that would be better overall, but I'm still going to be walking out with this other group of people just because they're my friends or just because I want to get out of class.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a big one. I just want to get out of class. And so I think that what we're going to see is across the country, there's going to be a lot of people, it's going to seem like there's a lot of support when really it's just kids being kids trying to get out of school. And so that's part of why we're doing it too, so that when kids walk out, they can walk out for something we believe, or they believe in. Hopefully for that we can have a big turnout since it's not restricted just to students on campuses. So for that, yeah, hopefully we can get a big turnout, and then we're planning some other events as well. We're most likely doing a protest on April 20th, and then we're also planning letter writing campaigns to both local, state, and federal leaders.